This is your weekly trip to paradise, Louisiana style, with Gary Risponi, Chef KD, and Lindsay Anderson. Paradise, Louisiana is brought to you by Circle K. Taking it easy, Louisiana State Parks. Follow your outside voice to our parks and historic sites. Farm Bureau Insurance, Demco, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change, Louisiana Fish Fry Products, Veterans Help Foundation, Relief Windows, Experience, Quality Service, Catering Cajun, creative catering from casual to corporate. Visit Baton Rouge, an authentic Louisiana experience. Murphy Law Firm, don't be a victim twice. And by CCA Louisiana and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament.
Welcome to this week's edition of Paradise, Louisiana. Superior Bait and Tackle on Seagull Lane. Katie, we got another pink.
Hey, man, he brought me a shirt, but he was challenging my brain because it's one of the gal shirts, and he said, just go ahead and put it on. Well, you know, ladies do buttons backwards.
Well, Melissa and Sherry took care of it, and you see where it's at.
How many boats? Well, we're going to cover that in a little bit. That's just amazing.
We're going to talk about it.
We got a lot happening.
Broke all records, but I'll tell you that, you know, what a fun time, and we all going to give them a special shout out because your friend, your cousin, Buggy Vega and Dodie, they put on something every year. The 12th annual, and it's just growing big and big. It's almost like riding the bull again. It just, and the island was sort of dead, you know, and we're no trouble. But we're going to bring a lot of that to you later on. But it was a tremendous weekend again. I know a lot of people are going to see a lot of people. Ain't going to see a lot of fishing. Yeah, and duck season's coming on us, KD.
And cold weather, I saw a report. By the time they're watching this, we're going to be getting close to 50 degree, something degree mornings.
Also got a little storm in the
we ain't going to give it no light. Michael going bye-bye.
Well,
he going to Florida. He want to see Disney.
I don't want to wish nothing on nobody. It's
we don't wish
too bad. I don't know. I never really believed in that woman, global woman, but something going on. So I don't know what it is, and we're going to pray on it. We got a good tournament report. We got the high school qualifier in Lake Charles. You were in Lake Charles, you know. I was wishing you was with me, and you was over there and brought me back a little shirt. I appreciate what you did.
Well, we did some groceries. But you know what? We have a lot of people now getting ready, food plotting it and getting their final stages ready. And some kinfolk of yours had a mighty fine deer kill.
We got a lot of news and fishing report. It's getting a little bit better. Everything was speckled trout.
That's it, speckled trout, so you can't figure out where they need to be. So y'all hang on. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Stay tuned for more Paradise, Louisiana. Voted Best of Louisiana Outdoors 3 years in a row.
Ask me about my Tempur-Pedic.
Ask me how fast I fall asleep.
Why not talk to someone who's sleeping on the most highly recommended bed in America?
Ask me about staying asleep.
Tempur-Pedic owners are more satisfied than owners of any traditional mattress brand.
Ask me how it feels after 10 years.
Tempur-Pedic, the most highly recommended bed in America.
Ask about Tempur-Pedic at Olin's, where you know you always get the guaranteed low price. Olin's is the only store in Baton Rouge and Lafayette with the full line of Tempur-Pedics.
When my wife and I started Relief Windows, what our goal was to give a quality job to a homeowner. Everybody's scared of contractors. We wanted to change the mold of what that is. The reason why you should pick Relief Windows to do your renovation of your home, windows, doors, hardy plank, or siding, is because of the experience, quality service of our company. We're going to show up on time. We're going to do the job right. The job's not done until you're happy and we're happy. We believe you deserve a quality job.
Stay tuned for more Paradise, Louisiana.
Well, the reason why I would recommend him because he's trustworthy. I mean, attention and love and respect of who you are, what you are, and the purpose why you came, he honors that. Once you're with Murphy, you got a friend.
Benny's Unlimited Wash Club memberships start at $14.99 a month. Wash, rinse, and repeat every day. Join Benny's Unlimited Wash Club at one of Benny's 7 locations.
Hey, welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. Gary, you just said I was wanting to be there, you were wanting to be there, we couldn't be everywhere. Man, we thought this was going to be an okay tournament. How many tickets?
Well, when it originally started 12 years ago, I helped Miss Josie and all those over there. They wanted some publicity. They were stunned. They had 400 tickets sold. That's 400 lady fishermen. They fish with guys, their husbands, everybody. It's a ladies' day out. You can believe it. Ladies 2 days out, night too. The bands, food, anything you want. But when Melissa came to me and told me, she said, Mr. Gary, we ordered 1,500 tickets. We almost sold out. She says, right now we got almost 1,300.
Amazing. That's amazing.
And they looked like they were all right there. You remember how busy Ride the Bull was, but this and anything else was going on. That was it. So people from all the marinas put in, they come in there, did their weigh-ins. A lot of fish were weighed in. A little disappointed in the trout. And I got to give a shout out to Jaylyn Vidrine. She fishes that thing and she places all the time. She got a virus from her grandbaby. Poor baby didn't get out of bed for 2 days. Tommy was chomping at the bits, and he was hoping he didn't get it. But this so many people there were guessing. Wanda Stewart, you know, ridingreel.com, ridingreelgal.com.
Well, you just keep going.
She's everywhere. She's been offshore. She's been there. She fished offshore. She fished inshore. She was there with some of her friends. And what's amazing, and we're going to give you some shots and scenes of some of the team members in the original outfits. They got some names a little racy. They were throwing, I don't know what you call it.
It's a family show now.
Fake bosoms. They were throwing them around and everything, but, and the kids were winning great prizes. You ought to believe the trophies. Melissa,
I'll tell you what.
Sherry Hollingsworth, Kathy, all y'all ladies out there did a tremendous job. And again, let's go see what we got. Sounds and scenes from Bridgeside Marina.
And all proceeds to breast cancer awareness. Check it out.
3.
Welcome to the 12th annual Grand Isle Ladies Fishing Rodeo.
I finally got to fish. After years and years working the rodeo, I finally got to fish. So everybody needs to come down, get some lines in the water, and catch some fish. It's going to be fun. That weighed 9 pounds and 48 ounces.
9.48.
9.48. So you may not stay on the board long, but at least we're here.
Northern Arkansas, Grand Isle.
We're from Houston, Texas with Sky High. My name is Kim. Charlotte. I'm Jessie.
Smith from Grand Isle with Team Lucky Bean. Over here, I got my buddy, Denise Ollier from New Orleans.
And Tina Fauché from Luling, Louisiana.
And I'm telling y'all, we are the Grand Isle Originals. Woo! We weighed this big fish.
Tell me about that fish. Tell me about that. Where were you at? Where y'all fish?
We're sitting by the bridge.
We fished all day waiting for this. And at the last minute, I put my pole away, and all of a sudden, I heard it go off.
And you could hear the take and drag. We were getting ready to come in. It was a last dance right here. Right here.
What bait?
What you gonna do? It's a
live croaker.
3.
Hi, I'm Miranda, and we work for Nalco Champion out of Houston, Texas, and we had a great second day fishing with Captain Herc.
The weather, tide is high. There's a lot of things been going on, but redfish has been constant. We got a few trout coming in, flounder, drum.
Flounder, they weighed in 196 fish yesterday.
They coming in like crazy now. Melissa, let's talk about the history of the ladies' rodeo. This is 12th annual.
12th annual. Miss Josie Jeremy started me with this organization, and this hits close to home for me because I lost my mom to breast cancer. So this is in my heart. And I'll keep doing it as long as I can.
I can remember the first year Josie started, we had over 450. It was unbelievable. It blew it away. We've been part of Paradise, Louisiana, and I thank y'all for including me. I don't want to ever miss Grand Isle Rodeo. It's on Columbus Day. Columbus,
always
by the
Columbus
way,
Day weekend.
is one of the patrons of the Italian community. So we want to honor Columbus, but definitely the work y'all do and what are y'all sponsors? Tell everybody where the money goes.
Well, as of to date, we've given back over $250,000 since we started. Money goes to Hope Lodge in New Orleans, Mary Bird Perkins in Houma, Thibodeau Regional Cancer Center. We opened a wig room at Lady of the Sea Hospital, and tonight we're going to make an announcement. Lady of the Sea Hospital, since there's such an overabundance of wigs and hats and scarves for the ladies, for people who don't have insurance, the money's going to go towards free mammograms for those patients who can't afford a mammogram.
Yeah. And you're getting ready to get ready to take time out to come talk to us?
Yes, sir.
Good Lord willing. I hope we'll be back next year. To all the ladies suffering with breast cancer and breast cancer survivors, you see I got my peak on? If you notice...
Gary looks good in pink.
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you what, I feel good in pink. But you see this right here?
It's
a got me a shirt. I'm the first time, but it's a ladies shirt. And it took me about 15 minutes to button. God bless y'all.
Thank you.
Hey, you watching Paradise, Louisiana, and this is where to be the first weekend in October.
Because of you, we're giving them each $7,000. So you're good.
April Roulette, you're the champion. You're the lady. You won all kind of awards. I was going to let you hold them, but you couldn't hold them.
Too many.
How many years you been fishing rodeo?
My second year fishing a rodeo.
Y'all had a great team. Y'all brought out a lot of prizes off this boat. Who was your captain?
Captain Hannah Andrus, Team Duck Nuts.
Telling you what, y'all did a tremendous job. Team Duck Nuts.
Yes.
You know, he sells them decoy weights. I've had a few of them.
That's right, Duck Nuts decoy.
You duck hunt?
I do. Sure do.
You do it all, man. Huh?
Sportswoman.
Where you live?
I'm from Bastrop.
Where you hunt?
I do a lot of hunting out in Bayou Black, places like that. A lot in the WAC.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're the 2018 champion. There you go. Here we are. We're leaving Grand Isle. This is the champion. 2018 Grand Isle Ladies Fishing Rodeo. Ain't she a beauty?
I can't imagine a day without music. You go downtown, you can find some music. You come uptown, you can find some music. Monday night, they got music. Every night of the week, there's music somewhere. Baton Rouge is a place where it's easy to make friends, it's easy to hear some music, and it's easy to come back. We got the music, we got the food, and we got good people. So with that combination, you can't lose, right?
You ever come to Louisiana?
Hey, we've been fishing together for years, as you watch the show, but I got my captain's license. I'm ready to take you out to share the kind of experience that I grew up with my family having. Give me a holler, chefkd.com. Don't tell nobody, but we gonna cook and eat pretty good on board. See you soon.
Well, the reason why I would recommend him because he's trustworthy. And I mean, attention and love and respect of who you are, what you are, and the purpose why you came, he honors that. Once you're with Murphy, you got a friend.
This is Don Dubuque asking you to join me as a member of the Coastal Conservation Association. For 30 years, CCA has worked in Louisiana to conserve our incredible fisheries, making sure that our fishing is great today and for generations to come. Whether looking out for redfish and specks, eliminating gill nets, building reefs across the coast, or work at the state capitol and in D.C., CCA is doing what's best for the fish and the sport we love so much. Your $30 membership will ensure that this work and our great fishing endures well into the future. Go to ccalouisiana.com and join CCA today.
Hey, welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana, H&H Turner Report. Gary, how about just a few of the winners?
Boy, I'll tell you what, I'm going to name the winners in first, second place right now in the Elder Division. The Rat Red was April Roulette. By the way, she was overall winner.
Congratulations.
She was the King Fisherette. Queen Fisherette.
Fisherette,
whatever
okay,
you want to
whatever
do.
you want to call them.
Yeah, she had a Rat Red at 774, Courtney Nakan, and Bull Red was Gwen Ledette and Brandy Langley. Speckled Trout was Brianna Landry, Angela Delatte. Sheephead was Gwen Trigg and Wanda Lockhart. Flounder was Laura Guidry, that's Mike's wife. Boy, pretty flounder. And Ray Dufresne. Gaff Top was Jamie Disclair and Christy Sheik. Mangrove Tracy Bourgeois and Elizabeth Como. Cobia was Kim. Garland played, I don't know if I said that right, Teresa Galgoose. That's almost like foul goose, but it says gal goose, so I must hope I said that right. Teresa Thomas C., Lisa Andrus in the big drum. In the youth division, Dylan LeBlanc with the Fisher youth, Fisherette. Rat Red was Nyla Campo, and Dylan LeBlanc was second. Liddy Gisclair, Lola Guidry, Isabel Gisclair, and Parker Sims with Catfish, Madison Yates, Ambrianne. Boy, that's in there, Santini. So, and with Sheephead and Flounder was Isabel Gisclair and Isabel Armand. We try to run some of them on the screen, and I had a great time. Thank y'all for letting me be there and stood in the right spot. Some of the interviews were a little tough, a little noisy, but it was just a great day.
I was just a tad to the west of you. I was down in Lake Charles cooking for Thomas Supply's 40th anniversary. Had an amazing time. Miss Rita runs that little marina. She runs the deli. I mean, it was unreal. But, you know, just a little bit to the west of me, my buddy Hoover, Jim Bro and them, they were all down there with the high school bass fishing, fall qualifier. And a name that is all too familiar to tournament fishing in the Bonadonna. But Greg Diamond and Michael Bonadonna of Bruley High were the big winners. 2018 Louisiana High School Bass Nation West Division Fall Qualifier. River Bluff Park in Moss Blanc, $13.91. You think they didn't put a spanking on them. Second place, Sam Houston High's guys were Ethan Cruz and Carlo Castiglione. Is that close enough?
Castiglione, yeah.
With an 832. So you're looking at a 5.5 pound difference between first and second. Third place was Connor Rushing and Ethan Simon at Central High School with 788. Bowie High School was also winner of the team award.
Well, you know, it's amazing because they split it up now. You know, they either have 4 tournaments around the state and then the state championship. I just hear bits and pieces, so I might not be totally accurate, but they split it up.
Correct.
They got a west and a east now, and but you can fish either one.
Correct.
But they're gonna have a big fish off at the end of the year. By the way, Pelican Sports and some of the sponsors from last year, they're gonna start covering some more of the tournaments. So definitely the ones in the east, but they're gonna be covering the tournaments, the state championships. So if you want to participate and you want to help us advertise, and call Pelican Studios or get in touch with me or KD. And
well, listen, I want to tell you, from Gene and all them, they want to thank you because Gary was instrumental in getting this on TV. He carried the torch. put up the first sponsorship and got it going. So, man, you don't know how great those kids.
Got some more coming. If y'all want to get on the TV, and look,
it's
look
not
how
expensive.
they rerun that thing, all that.
You want some good publicity. But guess what? I'm going to plug out for me and my buddy. This month, October edition of Louisiana Sportsman, Gene was talking to Gerald Horse, said, man, look, we'll go down to Delacroix, we'll do the trifecta. So last October, we did bass, specks, and redfish with Gerald. Did us an amazing article. He made some pretty pictures with me and Gene because he didn't have a lot to work with. But we did the trifecta and gave a lot of hints that really make sense. One of the big hints is this time of year, stay out the duck ponds. I mean, it's just respect. But let's go back. Last week we had Jacob Dugas tournament.
You fished that many a year.
Many years.
So many.
Jacob fished his first tournament with me as an amateur.
That's
and
good.
I knew from the get-go, this guy just had a thing about fishing. Last week, Castamiliato and Keith Gidred won first with 1667, $5,000 first prize on Castor's birthday. Robert Chavez and Christopher Lagarde, 1638. I mean, that's pretty close. Jess Robertson and Quentin Goodwin, 1452 in third place. One of our guys fishing the elites in the opens, Caleb Summerall and Scott Thibodeau, two names you hear a lot about fishing, 1408, and fifth was Darrell and Shelby Gautreaux with 1384. They had over 40-something boats that weighed in good 5-fish limits. When I tell you,
that's a good sign.
Bayou Black was on that day, but you know, we got one coming up in Lafayette.
I got you, yeah. The Cajun Casting Kayak Fishing Tournament, Lake Prairie and Park, Lake Prairie Park and Lake Charles, Lafayette Kayak Fishing Club event, open to the public, fee 25 cents. And by the rising tide was last week, same time you and I were both, so they didn't send us any results. As soon as y'all send it, we'll give you the results of the rising tide. It's another great tournament. Kayak fishing still exploding. Every time I went down the road, you know what I didn't see? I was going to try to bring y'all some video at night. I was going to get a little rest. I was going to go on the pier, but that wind was so rough at the tournament. It was blowing stuff around so bad that there just wasn't that many people fishing the bridge.
That's what you call a no-can-do.
That's right, and I couldn't go to Elmer's Island either. So, and the news report, we got some reports on that. So we'll be back.
Hey, hang in there. We'll be right back.
The best part about being a member of a Touchstone Energy Cooperative is that it's your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. That's the power of your co-op membership.
Demco, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
There's no better way to cool down this summer than with a delicious thirst-quenching Polar Pop Cup from Circle K. The Polar Pop Cup is the coolest way to beat the heat. Fill your Polar Pop Cup up with the flavors you crave and crushed or cubed ice. Nothing stays cold longer, so you can stay refreshed all day long. Stop in Circle K today for an ice-cold Polar Pop Cup. Polar Pop Cup, only at Circle K. Take it easy.
The perfect event calls for the perfect spread of authentic Cajun cuisine. And Catering Cajun has the planners, packages, and chefs to ensure your event is long remembered. For weddings, corporate lunches, or anything in between, give us a call.
Hey, welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. You know, Gary, we might need to share these because you were talking about that rising tide kayak thing.
This is a new segment?
It's the new, but we got to go back. We got to go back, man. Come on. You nailed me when I blew
I want
it.
to show you what I did. Chris said, correct me. What did I write down?
I say falling tide.
Well, what did I say?
Rising tide. Guess what? In 24 hours, you got both of them.
You got both of them. I apologize, guys.
But you know
just
what?
Remember, send me the results.
Our buddy Sam Barbera, they have got a big deal coming up, and it's important for
This
people
Thursday.
to be aware.
So
This Thursday.
You're watching it Wednesday night. Don't forget, we told it last week. Y'all know with the Louisiana Wildlife Federation, we've been running commercials. You know what it is. Fun night, a lot of food, a lot of people. You enjoyed it. Phil Withers, born. So see you there Thursday night. Good Lord willing, I'm going to be there.
Live Oak Arabians, y'all check it out. Also, 413 Outdoors, which is just an amazing, it's a ministry, but it's to help guys, kids, gals that just would never have a chance to be in the outdoors and do things and get a hand up, not a hand out. But on November 3rd, the annual banquet is going to be in Belrose, and you can go to 413 Outdoors, give me a call. They asked me to speak there, and also Timmy email. We're just going to be bringing a message about a balance of life and faith in the outdoors. You know, a big one that you really love, too, is that Delta Waterfowl Banquet, and you know who's sponsoring that this year?
Oh, I've been the last few years, ISC, that was one of their big ones. They do them all, thank God, proud of my brothers. They're big conservationists and they're philanthropists, believe it or not. So,
well, they do a lot. You know, the state banquet.
But, you know, Delta Waterfowl, you know, Ducks Unlimited, we belong all of them. Sometimes the people think they got a few little conflicts. I think they learned their lesson. Sometimes they used to put their meetings, they wouldn't check the schedule. They have their banquets the same night. So they get smart and they do a great job. So we'll see y'all there at that banquet.
Yeah, that's for sure. And then look, right around the corner, October 18th, CCA Star State Banquet at Phil Witherspoon, also live over range. Phil, look, thank you so much. Your place is absolutely perfect. You're just the ultimate host. And, you know, you don't realize what it takes, but let a good rainy night come up, and Phil's got a lot of groundwork to repair after he parks all these people. Never hear anything about it.
And you
now,
see all them kids getting all them boats and presents, and you make sure you get your ticket. So.
Yeah, buddy. Now, here's something we're going to touch base on real quick.
Well, we try to stay out of politics.
We're going to stay out of politics.
Don't believe that. I stay in politics all the time. Elmer's Island, I didn't think it was a good idea. A lot of people, I was wondering, I don't question people, but, you know, when they first hear things till I get some information, it was definitely a bad idea. The people involved are smarter than we are, and be surprised, and they cancel. There's no more. And no aspirate. This is solitude. This is a recreational area. This is what else you want to call it? A habitat area. You know, why would you want to put an airstrip?
Hey.
They want to put if they want to do something good, they put a few more ways where people can get a few more access and get to the bank.
Well, also coming up on October 17th down in Cameron, they're going to have the Coastal Master Plan New Project Development Webinar. So you have to sign up for it. Don't just take a position of no education or no knowledge when it comes to where we're going. You know, look what Brian Lambert did a few weeks ago. Over 175 people went down to his camp and found out what these diversions do. Chris Macaluso, which did, man, look, excellent spokesperson on the issue, very knowledgeable. It takes diversions.
Yeah, when you get too busy, I'm going to try to get Chris back here. Go ahead.
That's it. Also, you got to pre-register for it. But, you know, we always got one, like Don used to say, these bad boys. We know there's been a bite out in the, down the Bi-Block area.
You going to mention their name?
You told me I got to, okay? Ray Louvier and Robert Holland were cited with 53 bass, which is 33 over the daily creel. And somebody saw them and turned them in. Don't know who it was. Guys, look, we have the most prolific limit for bass, speckled trout, you name it. In fact, last weekend when I was down at Big Lake, all these people went out and they're going down there by the weir and they come back in. How y'all did? It says, oh, well, we got our limit of shrimp. We got our limit of crabs. Well, I'm thinking, an ice chest or two full of shrimp and, 12 dozen crabs. 5 dozen crabs, a 5-gallon bucket of shrimp. That's their limit. But when I tell you they had some shrimp, oh boy, man, look, I was like that. I had the kids set up. I was trying to negotiate cooking them lunch for that.
You know, we're going to mention the Feral Hog Management Advisory Task Force. We mentioned it last week. It'd be at 9 a.m. This is on the 11th now. So if you watch this on Wednesday nights, you still got time if you do that. But bring it to mind, my good friends, Billy Trahan and Nancy Trahan. Where you from?
Where you from?
The hogs are so bad, and they kill some big sows and big hogs on their lease in Gina, and everybody's concerned about it. You need to be paying attention, and then with that chronic wasting disease right now, it's another thing that people they be doing studies. They're going to be doing studies and workshops and everything. So just stay involved. If you got any questions, you call the Wildlife and Fisheries. I think that's good. We got anything else in the news?
Well, only one little bitty thing, but you know, the junior Southwest Bass Masters will meet at October 11th at Bass Pro Shops.
Oh, but they doing that. They
So
do
they
that
got it
every
always
week.
down. They got
All
it
right.
down.
Good deal.
So, hey, guys, we'll be right back because we got some pretty neat fishing report coming up. And a few hunting stories.
Pause moving and storage.
We just sold our house.
Congratulations.
We have 2 weeks to move.
We'll deliver a few containers.
Our new home's not ready.
No problem. You can store things with us while you're between homes.
We might need help.
We'll refer trusted packers.
We'll be staying at my brother's.
Well, that sounds...
He has kids of his own.
Well...
5 of them.
Ma'am?
Help.
Trust us for local and long-distance moving and store at our storage centers. Pods, moving and storage, solved.
Well, the reason why I would recommend him because he's trustworthy. I mean, attention and love and respect of who you are, what you are, and the purpose why you came, he honors that. Once you're with Murphy, you got a friend.
So what are you going to do with the speckled trout?
That's right.
There's just no doubt about it that this is a place where food is created differently from anywhere else in the world because it just couldn't happen anywhere else. We're a culture made up of so many different people, love of ingredients, love of cooking styles, and they all right here. At the end of the day, that's all Baton Rouge.
Benny's Unlimited Wash Club memberships start at $14.99 a month. Wash, rinse, and repeat every day. Join Benny's Unlimited Wash Club at one of Benny's 7 locations.
All right, guys, we're fishing simply with the matrix shad, like a 5/16 jig head. What we're going to talk about today is night fishing. This is a great way to beat the heat in the dog days of the summer. Fish really like to feed at night when you get into those July, August, September months. Fish on. Nice little trout there, little troutski. Now at nighttime, especially when you're fishing dock lights and such, you usually have to sacrifice on the size a little bit. Now this is a keeper in most states, but out here we're out in Florida this particular trip, which is 15 inches. So we're going to go ahead and let that one go. And we'll give you some techniques and tips that I like. You can see the trout. I don't know if you heard that in the background. Trout just, it sounds almost like, there they go right there, they're busting the light. But some tips and tricks and techniques on night fishing. First thing I do, I like calm nights. So if it's a calm night, that's the nights that I like to go. When it's calm, you can really see on the surface really well. I won't just simply drop the trolling motor at every light I see. I like to idle. I'll be running down the canal or in the lake or bay, wherever we're at. Night fishing's pretty typical across the Gulf Coast. Gulf Coast is very similar. But when I see a light that looks promising, I'll get close enough where I can see the surface of the water under the light, just slow down enough, and if I see some action on the surface, I'll stop. That's got some fish right there. Let's try this one. The first couple casts I'm going to make is just going to be a straight retrieve high on the surface. The fish are active, they're up high, they're eating. And then a lot of times what will happen is you'll catch 4 or 5 in a row, and you'll notice there's not as many fish up high, and then that's when I'll change and let it fall towards the bottom. So typically I'm staying up high on the first few casts. Oh, there he was, missed him. You'll catch a lot of nice fish like that. And I like to just, with a matrix shad, put a lighter jig head on and just slow roll it. It's like a spinnerbait. And then if I feel like the fish are a little bit leery, you know, like I said, you hook a few, you might bump the dock with the lure, and you'll see the fish. You won't see the fish as much anymore on the surface. That don't mean they left. That just meant that they might have sunk down to the bottom. So I'll just simply let it go to the bottom and jig it like this here. They got some nice action in this light though. Some of that's ladyfish. There he is. Oh, he bumped it. He came on. There he is. Another decent trout here. And you don't always necessarily have to throw right into the brightest part of the light. A lot of times the nicer trout are going to be out in the shadows. That fish right there, I threw it out off the light, the center light, a good bit. I was kind of in the edge of the shadow. Straight railed it like a spinnerbait or a swim bait, high on the surface. I'm using the shrimp creole right here. Color's not too important. I like to use a lighter jig head though, 5/16 or a quarter when I'm doing this. It's just a really fun time. You catch a lot of fish doing this. This is more like catching rather than fishing. It's very effective way to fish in the months, like I said, in the hotter months of the year. The fish really struggle to feed in the middle of the day this time of year. It's more of a daylight. They like daylight and they like nighttime a lot. When you're night fishing, you got all kinds of different style lights nowadays. So, you know, back in the day, it used to just be a standard street light. But nowadays, you got sodium vapor lights, underwater green lights, flood lights, street lights, all kinds of lights. They can all be really good. This is one of my favorite lights right here. These are square floodlights. They're sodium vapor lights. They're the kind that kind of portray like an orange hue. I find those are very effective lights, and the fish aren't terribly smart on them. Those underwater green lights are awesome. They hold a lot of fish, but the only problem with those is the fish are very smart on those lights. It's kind of like, I find, similar to you in your living room at nighttime. If you have the lights on in your living room, you can't see as well outside, where somebody outside can see really well into it. I just feel like the fish can see really good with those underwater green lights. A little trout. We can go ahead and, I think what I'm going to do is try a little Matrix Mini right here, just because these trout are more your schoolie type, and see what kind of a difference it makes, because those Matrix Minis are great nighttime baits. Let me switch to that and see if it can trigger a lot more strikes. Alright, so I switched to the Mini, because these fish are feeding on some glass minnows. It should trigger some more strikes. I don't have my ultralights with me, so casting it's going to be a little complicated. But we're going to definitely catch some on this. Let me turn the boat around. I'm going with the tide pretty fast here. I still see the fish on the surface pretty good. There he is. I'm telling you, that Mini is nasty at nighttime. And don't be fooled now. Oh, and I missed him. I'll get another one, but that was what I was going to say, is don't be fooled. Just because it's the smallest bait in our tackle box, that was the biggest fish we've pulled off this light so far. That whole term, match to hatch, is very real. And at nighttime, a lot of times they're feeding on them little bitty glass minnows, so small baits at night can be very, very effective. Alright guys, so we just pulled up to this. This light's a little bit different. It's one light instead of two. It is a square floodlight style, but it's a white light. And the fish are popping on it. I saw them when I was idling past it. We're going to stop on here. I'm going to stay with the Matrix Mini at first. See how that works out. I see that some of these fish are pretty nice. And when you're approaching a light on your very first few casts, you want to be way out and try to be very stealthy, get as many fish as you can, and then you can kind of press in there, get a little bit closer. Plus, it's a lot of fun to get in there close and watch the fish really swim around. But you want your first couple casts to be way off the light. You do not want to blow a light up by spooking them too quickly. Got him. Watch that one come up and chase it down. Another typical nighttime special. Got him on the ladies' night. Matrix Mini. Perfect frying size. Ooh, that was a strike there. Go ahead and let this one go though. These are the good eating size right here. Go ahead and release this one, see if we can get a few more. Good decent fish there. Oh, there went my mini. We got one mini left. Oh no, that was a glass minnow. I thought that was my mini. My mini's still right there. Just got to push it up on the hook. That shows you. Oh, almost lost that fish. That shows you what they're eating. Looks very similar to mini when it fooled me. So you know the mini's gonna fool them. So go ahead and leave this light alone. Go try to find an underwater green one. So we've caught them on the orange sodium vapor style, the white fluorescent style, and now see if we can find an underwater green one, catch a few. Nice trout at night. Finally snagged one on this slide here. We had to switch up some tactics. We started off with the mini. They didn't want it. We see that these fish are eating pogies. And like I said before, these underwater green lights, man, they hold a lot of fish. But man, they are certainly the smartest ones. This underwater green light here, it's probably got the most fish we've seen tonight, but we've caught the least on it. That's just because the fish are so much smarter on them green lights. But it's so much fun to watch them cruise through the light. It's just a really, really great thing to have, especially if you live on the water. You just come out here, you got your own personal aquarium. Using a matrix shed, full size at time shrimp Creole. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Dockside TV, beating the heat at night, showing you the difference between green lights, orange lights, white lights, underwater lights, above water lights. And one thing they all have is nice speckled trout. Make sure to check out all of our Dockside TV episodes, fishing daytime and nighttime.
Hi, I'm John Jackson, and you know we always say we gather our groceries out the bayou. Whether it's freshwater, saltwater, catfish, redfish, you have tons of choices when it comes to fish in Louisiana. But when I fry fish, there's only one choice, and that's Louisiana fish fry. My new favorite, the Cajun fish fry, has the perfect amount of cornmeal, corn flour, and the perfect mix of spices that really bring the heat. Hey, if you're craving Cajun, go look for the bright red bag at your local grocers. Bring home the taste of Louisiana with Louisiana Fish Fry.
The perfect event calls for the perfect spread of authentic Cajun cuisine. And Catering Cajun has the planners, packages, and chefs to ensure your event is long remembered. For weddings, corporate lunches, or anything in between, give us a call.
When my wife and I started Relief Windows, what our goal was to give a quality job to a homeowner. Everybody's scared of contractors. We wanted to change the mold of what that is. The reason why you should pick Relief Windows to do your renovation of your home, windows, doors, hardy plank, or siding, is because of the experience, quality service of our company. We're going to show up on time. We're going to do the job right. The job's not done until you're happy and we're happy. We believe you deserve a quality job.
Hey, welcome back. It's time for the Berkeley Abu Garcia Fishing Report. Mr. Gerald Gaspar, thank you so much. I was telling you the other day, I didn't realize.
Don't hit my arm no more.
Oh, you got your bobo. He got a shot yesterday.
I got a flu shot. Don't forget your flu shot. You old people, we need them.
A flu shot. He got his flu shot.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Anyway, check out these beautiful brim. Chad Wembley had 43 brim down at Chico State Park. And, you know, I just let you know there's a lot of great places, another one of those Louisiana destinations. But, you know, I got a buddy that just can't be outdone by nobody else. So I posted my little picture of my hook in my hand. Chris Moran hooks one. Man, look, I'm telling you, just check this picture out.
Well, the people fishing with it put it in. I don't know if he's going to be glad we did that.
I don't know.
But can I tell you the story on it?
Sure.
And you know, Chris fished all day with that. He was trying to get regular cutters. He did not go in. You imagine, you see how that thing is?
Oh, he's tough.
He went, and they found a boat, took boat cutters. He took it out, doctored it like he's supposed to doctor, make sure he didn't get no flesh-eating disease. But
you know what? Listen to this. I just realized something you
too
said.
ugly.
Guys, you offshore fishermen, if you fishing with that heavy tackle, those heavy hooks, your little dikes ain't cutting those hooks. I mean, Chris would know.
Sir.
I bet you Chris gonna have something to cut a hook with now. But you know what? I tested Chris back. I said, okay, so you outdid me, but I'll tell you what category are you gonna put that bycatch in?
I don't know. I wonder what the limit on thought.
Yeah, really. One is enough, I promise you. Hey, check out this beautiful picture. Miss Adriana Washington. We're down there at Miss Rita under the marina at A-Bear's Marina while we were cooking. And Adriana just
I wish
fishing.
we could have used the video. It's a little shaky. But
It's too
she did
shaky,
good.
but check out the stills on this. And then guess what? Welcome, it's time for the John Bernard Fishing Report. it's one every week. He's back out of T-Herbs.
You realize how many friends that guy got? They must be standing in lines because he got different family members, different friends every week.
But wait a minute, how's his friendship down there?
I don't know. I got to call him and wait. You know, I ain't catching a whole lot of fish. He probably works during the week. He's going weekend warriors, you know, and our weekends have been full. And
well, him and Ken Jones went out there at a limit of reds by 10-something in the morning. You know what? Just awesome. But, you know, Gary.
Where you put in that?
T-Herb.
T-Herb. A T means small. That's a little bitty guy there, huh?
I've seen some T-Herbs that could wrestle a gorilla, son.
Oh, yeah.
So that T, I mean, he's got a nice personality, or he might have been little as a baby.
Yeah, well.
But it's time for you to head back down there around Lake Catherine.
Well, you know, Miss Angie and David always send a report, and her husband, Island Marina is really one of the places going right now. You know, everybody had trouble with finding shrimp at Grand Isle. Most of the fish caught at Grand Isle this weekend was on Cockerel minnows. And they in a good abundance. Plastic, back again, some of the old plastic. What you think? Sparkle beetle, huh?
H&H and
Luda
sparkle
shrimp,
beetle.
all of them, and the gulp.
Oh, brother.
The glow with the short tooth tail.
I gotta tell you something, that gulp, that's almost live bait.
But you know, people start to catch flounder too. Flounder, you know, cockerel minnow is good. The only thing can beat a live bait for a flounder is a gulp. You can beat a gulp. I don't know what it is, but it's known. Even people that sell other kind of baits, they got a dang a gulp when they're fishing flounder. Now, Miss Angie was telling me the weather was good. People were catching white trout in Lake Catherine and Lake Bourne itself, fishing the drop-off. Everybody was, you know, was catching fish. Then the wind started blowing. See how high the tide was? Everywhere. You know, at the camp, at Grand Isle was right, but that far from coming on the thing. It was all in the parking lot. So them tides, I don't know what's going to happen with this thing, but Miss Angie said they're catching, she sent me some pictures. Captain Clinton and some of them other captains were still hanging in there and catching fish. And by the way, most of them captains over there, you saw the show last week. I can't shout out enough for y'all captains. I mean, they don't take any money. Now, Danica, she's a smart girl. She brings them gifts, and a lot of sponsors appreciate them doing them. You know, they get nets and hats and shirts and Louisiana Fish Fry products. All y'all sponsors that do this, thank you. Keep it up. And if you want to get involved, you call me or call Danica, because that Sons of Saints, those kids, no male influence in their lives.
You can change a kid's life forever with a day like that.
Well, you know, you do a lot of ministry in your church and everything, and some of the most happy times I ever had coaching, the only time I ever got praised when I was coaching football at little Catholic schools. But I'm going to tell you that. People always want to say, oh, you're doing good, and pat you on the back. Once you do it, nobody got to tell you where to go. You'll go back. Okay, go ahead.
137-inch deer. You know that guy that killed that deer?
That's my brother.
Your brother.
Younger brother.
Younger brother. Guess what? That younger brother is about ready to throw his hat in the ring.
You know, he needs to thank my nephew, Matt, my brother Johnny's son. He manages his retreats and all this land and keeps everything good, but they're not greedy. They know what to do. But, you know, when you get old and busy as he is, it's nice to be able to go someplace in north, in his property, fenced in and everything, but not really fenced in, wide open. It's in north of Woodville. They don't like me giving out.
Oh, you're
too
not
much
supposed
detail.
to say that. Beep, beep. Put a little beep over that.
No. But it's a bow kill. That's a bow kill. You know, everything is special when you're doing that. But that deer is big. You know, that deer wasn't but 7 point, 137 inches.
That's a big deal.
Over 200-something pounds. He got it where they waited. It was squirrel season all over. And your homeboy and one of our consultants, deer, squirrel, rabbit, whatever, Mr. Carlton Savoy, Sac-a-lay fisherman, Carlton sent me a picture. He had 5 big squirrels. You know, everybody says, you know, he's one of the best dog trainers in the country. But not only he got good dogs, he's a dog himself. Him and Wayne Amato are the 2 best steel hunters I ever saw in my life.
That's pretty serious.
They'll shake a vine, they'll be real quiet, and they can hear. I see. And they take their rifle, and you see headshots.
Oh, yeah.
Those 2 of the best steel hunters I ever seen.
And not only a headshot, he'll tell you if you hit him in the ear or the nose.
Yeah, okay, that bad.
That's pretty good.
But our Paige, one of our camera girls and one of our outdoor girls, Paige went with her family. They from out in the central part of the state. Theirs wasn't as good as it was, but my grandson and his girlfriend's family, the Bullers from the Vols Parish, Ville Platte, you know how big that is. It shuts the schools down Friday. No football games on Friday night or Thursday night. So opening squirrel season is a holiday. No
I didn't
doubt.
realize that. That is unbelievable.
Oh, it's been there. There could have been stories on
they ought to have the Brown
60
Gravy
Minutes.
Festival.
Oh, yeah. And you're talking about, you know, those squirrels that were killed in that squirrel rodeo.
For East Central Sports. Look, I had to cook for the deal at the Price of Law Lexus for your Sweets for Seizures for the Epilepsy Foundation. And all I got to do is walk across the street, and they got that big squirrel gravy cooked up. I couldn't make it.
Oh.
So, guys, I hope y'all saved me a plate.
Why didn't you remind me? But I was in Grand Isle, but to go and tell them they killed 56 squirrels. The whole family, they get together as a family deal. He was there, and Blake sent me a picture. These squirrels come from Sherburne. Not far. They rode down to Sherburne. It's a wildlife management area that everybody can hunt.
You know, guys, we're getting into that season now. We have a lot of the fishermen used to sending us pictures, but we would love to see some reports, you, your friends, your family, your kids, your grandkids, whatever. Gary at Paradise, Louisiana, send us some of those, and make sure when you take that picture that you got some light in their face.
And
so
it's
we can see
turned
them,
sideways.
and it's horizontal.
But look.
What else you got?
We're running along again. You did it to me again. You're right.
I run over.
Chris is over there doing it. Come on, that's it.
That's
We
it.
got one more last thing. North of Woodville, I told you about that. But right now there's a special deer season coming up, October 13th to the 19th. State Deer Areas 2 for the youth, 17 and younger, resident, veterans, hunters, and honorably discharged veterans. October 13th, 14th, special deer season, Area 2. That's it, KD.
That's it. We'll be right back. Thank you.
Okay, Brett, safety and car insurance.
Never scored a safety. That's defense. But go on, please.
Yeah, defensive. That's exactly how you should drive.
There is no such thing as a defensive drive. Offense makes the drive.
Oh, I mean when you're on the road.
But it doesn't matter, home or away.
Okay, clearly I'm striking out here.
That's baseball.
Get great auto rates from Farm Bureau Insurance. Call your agent today.
Well, the reason why I would recommend him because he's trustworthy. I mean, attention and love and respect of who you are, what you are, and the purpose why you came, he honors that. Once you're with Murphy, you got a friend.
Hey y'all, it's Sam Barbera. I'm with the Louisiana Wildlife and Fisheries Foundation. The foundation is a nonprofit that raises funds and provides support for the Louisiana Wildlife and Fisheries Department. We assist with numerous projects like black bear, whooping crane, bald eagle, as well as family, youth, and women's workshops. For all of the information on the foundation, visit lawff.org. We need your support to help our wildlife and fisheries. Visit lawff.org.
In Louisiana, our state parks are the perfect family destination. With nearly 180 miles of trails through park grounds and historic sites, you can endlessly explore nature, Try some kayaking or world-class fishing? Then find the perfect campsite or settle into a cozy cabin. Louisiana is calling, and she's using her outside voice. Plan your escape today at www.lastateparks.com.
Hey, welcome back. We're getting ready to close out, but you know, I want to tell you something. I'm right here with a guy going into his 16th year, 835 one-hour individual unique shows, have worked with a lot of people, and I'm honored to say I've worked with him. You know, thank you, because this is going to be my last full-time guest with you, because I've got so much going on, and God is leading me to work in still something like the outdoors and the shows, but a different direction. It's going to take months to assemble and put together. I personally want to thank you for getting me back into my passion, for bringing a not always normal. We talk over, we have fun, we pick on each other. And if you can't do that with somebody you work with, you got a problem. All right?
You know,
I love you, and I thank you for all you've done. You know, I know the future is just going to be fun, because you meet nobody that you walk through life with, that you go through challenges with, that you're not closer to. So he did it to me. Y'all ready? As them guys in
my turn. I told you always talk on me. Let me tell you, there's 16 years. We had some of the legends in the outdoors.
You did that.
We never did it without Joe Macalusa.
Joe Mac.
Don Dubuque is still going and going. Joe, too. You keep reading the paper. You the same way. You've been involved in it. You do a lot more church work. You had 7 years with your show. You had 7 months with me. You hung up on 7?
I'm 7.
You get one more 7.
Well, they had an over and under on me.
Well, I'll tell you what you do. But God bless you. Thank you. And in every endeavor you got, he's going to bring it back to us.
You're going to see us,
we'll
Paul.
let
In fact,
you know.
I think I'm going to be doing a little cake baking with Brent and Brandy here before too much longer. God knows we love you. Not half as much as God does, and take care of the outdoors. Thank y'all for watching Paradise, Louisiana.
Paradise, Louisiana is brought to you by Circle K. Taking it easy, Louisiana State Parks. Follow your outside voice to our parks and historic sites. Farm Bureau Insurance. Demco, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company. Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change. Louisiana Fish Fry Products. Veterans Help Foundation. Relief Windows. Experience. Quality Service. Catering Cajun. Creative catering from casual to corporate. Visit Baton Rouge, an authentic Louisiana experience. Murphy Law Firm. Don't be a victim twice. And by CCA Louisiana and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament.